Hey everyone, it's Mickey and welcome back to Mickey's Madhouse. Today, I wanted to review this Gatorade Midnight Ice. Like I can get that in there without it. Midnight Ice. Right there. And so, uh, one of the things with my health, as I have hypoglycemia, so sometimes when things aren't always good, I need to drink a Gatorade, and there's two Gatorades that have worked best for me. One is the orange, and the other one's the grape. And um, the grape is a little stronger for me, so when I'm really bad, then I'll drink that, and that'll help me to feel better. And then the orange is on the lower side, so it kind of helps to, you know, if things aren't that bad, then that helps. I don't want to do too much of the grape, you know, because then it'll, make me feel horrible. It's like, no. Anyway, so, but I saw this and I thought it was good, and um, my favorite colors are blue, purple, and black. And as they always say, make a color darker than black and we'll talk. Until then, no. But I do like other colors besides black, and it's definitely not, I'm not gonna only wear black or, black, black, black. That's not, you know. So, one of the things I hate is white walls. Not saying I hate the color of white. I mean, there are certain colors I hate, I don't like. But I'm definitely not a fan of all the white walls. Every house and every design show you see, it's always white walls or light walls. It's like, oh, it's so welcoming. It makes it look bigger. Did you ask the person what they wanted? Huh? Did you ever think that maybe they don't want to be blinded by, no. That's one of the things I hate about hospitals. All hospital rooms are white. So you wake up and you're like, oh, but am I dead? No, help, I don't want to go into the light. You don't want to do that. So yeah, that's one thing. And so, this being purple, of course, depending on what light you look at, so, it looked good, but, I like, Gatorade. I know and I've had some Powerade before, there's other drinks like that help with your electrolytes, and, I've, it's kind of found my thing with the grape and the orange Gatorade that works for me, and so I do like trying new things. So I did try to do a review, and I will, I can give you my opinion on the Powerade grape and the fruit punch one. To me, they were good. The grape Powerade was not as strong as the Gatorade one for me. So the fruit punch one is about the same as the Gatorade one for me. They're kind of in between the orange and the grape. So as far as on the Gatorade ones, Powerade, however, the grape one wasn't as strong as the Gatorade one, but that's me. So it's a new bottle. I haven't opened it yet. They had another one of these that I tried. It was there was a clear liquid. It was pretty good too. So. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I don't know if it has a flavor to it, but it's not bad. How does it make me feel though? Eh, it's okay. It's not, it's not on the grape level, but um, it's not bad. You know, it's definitely, I've tried the zero uh, sugar Gatorades. I'd like to try the lower sugar Gatorades because the zero ones, they don't work for as far as helping me to feel better when my electrolytes and all that stuff is down. But as far as this one goes, it's not bad. It's not, you know, don't really feel anything as far as if it makes me feel good or, you know, I might have to try it a few more times. It's not bad. I can't really say that it makes me, it helps, you know, help me to feel better. Um, but it's good, and definitely not going to say that I'm not going to put it down and say that it doesn't taste good. It does taste good. However, does it make me feel better or not? Does it help me with whatever energy level that I'm at? No. But it tastes good. And, sometimes I like, being able to have a Gatorade around that, not to, I mean, I normally have a big, um, I need a new one because I have to use my older one. It's not very, like it has the handle. Wait, put this in the right there. Yeah, where the hand is. Yeah. So, yeah. So, but you can't really I have my drink mix and you can't really stir it very well in there. So I have the taller ones. And the one thing, I am not somebody who likes those cutesy, oh, try harder, or you're doing great, keep going. It's me, it's like, okay, I get it. Oh, yay! So I'd love to make my own. That's more of a smart ass kind of one. Move your ass! Get the fuck up! Something like that. Something where it's like, oh, finally, I don't have to, like, not everybody likes that, and I am not a girly girl, I am not that kind of person, so you want that for me, you ain't getting it. The only two things I haven't done it in a long time, but I'd love to get my nails done. I never get normal colors because I'm not normal, but, I would like to dye my hair, I want to do blue and purple stripes. Like take layers of it, which I don't have a lot of hair as it is. But and sadly with my health. And again, if you guys can donate to me to help me out, things are really tough here. My mother got laid off in December. I always hate when people do stuff like that when, it's like it's the holidays. Don't. I can understand, when a business is. But to lay somebody off during the holidays, to me, that's the worst time. And that, in the past 2 weeks, I've had a cold. It's like summertime is the worst time to get colds. It's never good getting colds to begin with. But then you get it during the summer. Horrible. So, I've dealt with that. And then, like, towards the end of it, for some reason, it triggered, like, my left side here. I'm like, I think with my hand, so I write with my right hand, left hand. And of course, I always heard when I was a kid, left, because it's in the L. That's how you know that, But of course, this hand is, the L's going to be backwards, but here. Right there. So yeah, that's how I learned when I was a kid about what, your left from your right hand. So, yeah, totally forgot what I was saying there, but, yeah, so anyway, yeah, so, with donating to me, if you can, like I said, times are tough. I didn't say why before, but yeah, my mother got laid off from her, from work in December, and things have not been easy, when it comes to money. And I'm on disability, so, and then a lot of that stuff goes towards bills. So I get some of the money, but with her being laid off and, things, you have families that don't get along, and you have families, you ever notice that if you're like the black sheep of your family, sometimes when you really look at it, it's your family that's the problem. And I know people could always say, well, maybe it's you that's the problem. And, there are certain things that, certain things, and I'll talk about this, and I know I haven't posted anything yet over there, but I am going to, on this, I'll be posting my first video on that this weekend. Today is Thursday, still Thursday the 9th of July. My birthday was a month ago, so yeah, but yeah, it's really difficult in my family, and, but you always try to get along with people, and you try to be nice, just one of those things you kind of keep. One of the things I'll always say is that my dad, we're the only 3 girls in my family, as far as like extended family. I have one brother, and I have a half sister on my dad's side, and the rest of my cousins are boys. So, but my dad, of course, he's the one that had the 3 girls, and my dad, please, certain things are like, you're not going to intimidate my dad. That's like, you really, like, for my dad to be impressed, it would take, it's like, you're not going to impress him by, certain people that are like, well, I can, it's like, oh, really? That's nice. It's like, it takes a lot, and I'm kind of the same way. It's like, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but, it's, you're not going to be outright mean and, put you down for it. But, it's cool, but as far as impressing and as far as really him being, I mean, despite the fact that he had a good build and he was 6'9", yeah, You weren't going to intimidate him, impress him, certain things, because it's not something that he's easily, swayed by. It's just, it's cool. But of course, yeah, I mean, I took after my dad, where dealing with all the women, my mother, my sisters, please. Like, can't you guys calm the fuck down and be cool? It's like, calm the fuck on. Everything is just nagging, complaining, moaning, and groaning. You're like, you it's like sometimes I come upstairs, and when I see all my family there, I'm looking at them like, you guys are fucking crazy. I'm going downstairs. If you have that type of family, if you know that type of family, I'm a very welcoming, I'm a personal person. I'm very cool, down to earth, and I guess you would say that, not impressed or not intimidated. Yeah, as far as not being very I'm really down to earth and really cool with people. So that's something. I mean, I always say, this is my dad right here. My dad had that. He got that as a present. And sadly, my dad passed away at the end of 2007. And it's not easy without him, because I know he wouldn't have let the stuff that's gone on with me and with my family, he would have never, let things get this crazy. And my dad's like me, it's like, yeah, you write down what you need to get done, and then you do it, And without him, you can't really do that, because it's taken longer to get that done. You know what I mean? So, yeah. If you can donate to me, you can find my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal links below. You can find the rest of my links in my link tree below. Help me get a better... I'll put this in one of my Amazon links. You can find that in my link tree. Or I could put that link below for you. And it's one of the taller ones, but I'd love to get a custom... I mean, I could always get the printout labels that I could always, print out and then put it over it. Because it's like, I'm not that cutesy person. I'm not that, I don't do that. Oh, look, it's cute. No. Like my mother, I was born a blonde, and of course I've had, my hair tends to change color a lot. So, brown hair, blonde hair, black hair, red hair. Yeah. I've never really had one straight... I mean, I've had, like... My hair kind of goes through... went through these, where it would be dark, light, dark, light, and then, like, you have a mix of all of them. So it's like, yeah, like, my eyes are not even one straight color. It's crazy. It's like, hell, I even cut my nails and cut my hair, within, the next second, it's all, they're long again. It's like, yeah, well, so yeah. Again, if you guys could help out, please do so. Things are not easy, and I'm really trying to get on my feet and trying to, make something better of myself. And then, I also want to help you guys out too, people that, in the same spot, people that are in things that, beyond their control, and they're trying, but they're not getting anywhere. I'd love to help you guys out, and, because I'm not somebody who believes you have to go through bad things to get good things, or what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't do that. We don't have to go through bad things for any reason. What we need is for people to be caring and open and helping one another. And people could always say, well, I smiled at you so that, sometimes the smile is all that you need. Yeah, but, it's nice to have that. And it's nice to have, somebody, even a little talk. But, I'm somebody who I've had so much of that, and I love all the help. Like, everybody in my life that's helped me, I love that. But I want to be somebody who can offer more than that. And being stuck in the spot that I'm in for as long as I've been in, to be able to get out of it and help others out of it, and I'm not asking for you to donate a lot. You could donate $1 if you want to, just, whatever you can. A little goes a long way, and to get a start going would be great. Then, I can start to grow, I can start to build things better, and create something where I could help you guys as well. People going through the same thing, I hate hearing things could always be worse, because sometimes they're already bad. And, well, things that are bad are bad. I don't, yes, things could always be worse, but you don't want it to get worse when they're already bad, okay? And yeah, it even might be the start of something, but that doesn't mean it needs to get worse to the point to where it's like, yeah, well, you know what, it got worse. So, you guys could help me out, and then, in return, I help you guys out. That'd be great. I mean, like I said, I'm not really a good editor. If anybody would be willing to do that for free, help create banners, thumbnails, profile photos, for not only here on YouTube, but on my TwitX and Blue Sky, that'd be great too. I don't know if I'd like to do a Facebook group, because then that would help with people that are in need of help, and then we could get together and help others. But yeah, so, when I'm able to get some money in and be able to, really get things going. I mean, hell, even if I could donate $1 to you, when things are good, when, people, I'm able to start getting, people to donate, and then, I'll, even if it's not a lot, I'd pay you $1 to start, and then, because I really want to be able to give back to, if you're willing to do it for free, thank you, but I still want to be able to, give you something, because that's who I am. I love to spoil people, and I hate that I can't do that. It's like, so anyway, not to dump every, personal stuff, but I will get to it more. I will be posting over the weekend over there on my personal YouTube. But hey, if you guys could help me out, that would be great. Little mini me that I have here, taking a shower or bath. I guess when you put them into washer, that's more of a bath. So yeah, taking a bath. I'm gonna go do that. So I love you guys. Subscribe, leave a like the video, leave a comment. That'd be nice. That's all I ask. Let's get along and be able to, be able to help one another out and not put one another down, because you know we we just need to be able to unite and be able to be there for one another. So I love you guys, and again, you know, it's not bad. It tastes great. So, you know, for me, it didn't help me with as far as, you know, having more energy and stuff, but hey, it tastes good. It, it's not bad. So, hey, you know, wherever you're at, if you want to grab one, go ahead. Um, there is a new, well, it's semi-new, it's been out there for for a while, but it's the Poppy, like a probiotic, prebiotic soda. I had the root beer, because I was like, you know, I can do a video on that, but I was thirsty, so I opened it up, and it tastes like root beer. I've also tried the watermelon, and that's okay. It's not. When I was a kid, we lived right by a thriftway. It used to be a Safeway, but then they turned it into a thriftway. So we'd go there. It was like in the back left corner. They would have like single cans of soda, and they'd have the grape, the strawberry, you know, all those kinds. So I remember doing that. I don't think I ever had a watermelon when I was a kid, so, but it was okay, you know. But I love to get, because I know I did I think it's pronounced Ziba, I think, like for NCIS. But the cream soda I have from that is pretty good. I'd like to try, I could always get the Ziba root beer and then get the Poppy cream soda and then do a review on that. And then, because I am telling you, the Poppy, the root beer, it tastes like A&W, I mean, root beer. Like, I mean, we always get Diet A&W or Good Snow Zero root beer, you know, the A&W one. You know, I always love that. I once got a free mug, because I was going to go in there and get something to eat or something to drink, and they were closing, but somebody gave me a free mug, and I need to find it, because man, like, that was so cool. They gave me a free mug, and it's like, oh, well, thank you. Like, that's an odd gift to get, you know, you don't expect to have that. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. And I think I can do this, right? Okay. And see ya.